and welcome to my channel Triple Threat Gaming Guru, where we go over some video game content, mostly retro video games, and Pokemon cards. We do the TCG online, as well as eventually doing some pack openings and that kind of stuff. In today's video, we are going to go over Kyogre Volcarona. It's a pretty good deck, which I can do a large amount of damage with to the bench. So the way this deck works is you use Cryogonal here to power up your other Pokemon using its element chain. So its attack does look at the top 6 cards of your deck and attach any number of energy cards you find there. Shuffle the rest of the cards back into your deck. If you don't notice, this deck has 36 energy. A large amount of energy. So you have a very good chance of getting energy. The second feature of this deck is Kyogre. He is our main attacker. We want to power him up to 3 energies so you can use Aqua Storm. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. And then choose 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. This attack does 50 damage for each energy card you discard in this way to each of those Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance. Well, you can do 250 damage to each benched Pokemon at that point. To 2 benched Pokemon. For a massive amount of damage. Which then goes to power up Volcarona. So Volcarona's ability, his Surging Flame attack does 20 damage for each energy card in your discard pile. I've done over 300-400 damage with this. And then it shuffles those energy back in the deck. You switch Volcarona out and put a Kyogre in. Have Kyogre then attack, which powers up Volcarona again. And then we got some trainer cards. Some quick balls to search for some Pokemon. Some Ultra Balls, again, to search for some Pokemon. Some switches, a couple boss's orders. So that way we can bring a weak Pokemon up to the bench and do as much damage as possible to its attackers. And then Roseanne's back up to shuffle Pokemon and everything and stuff back into your deck. And obviously 36 energy, 30 water, 6 fire. So we're going to do a battle with this deck, just so that way you can see how this deck works. And I mulliganed. It actually happens fairly common because there are so few basic Pokemon in this deck. Alright, Cryogonal. Not a great first hand. We want to try and get some energies out. Or, not some energies, but try and get a Kyogre into our hand. The one downside to this deck is there is a but usually we can get at least one out. And nothing useful yet. At least all he can do is confuse me. eventually we'll draw some damage. Alright, now we got our Kyogre. We're gonna do a retreat, switch out to this Cryogonal who isn't confused. Element chain. And we don't need that fire energy at this point in time to attach to anyone. So I'd rather save it in the deck for being able to actually attack. Alright, we'll do a quick ball, discarding a water energy, and we're going to search for a second Kyogre. As long as we've got an opponent out that's not actually attacking, we might as well. Retreat him, bring this Cryogonal out. There are plenty of energy in this deck, so it doesn't matter. And we bring out 4 water energy. 1, 2, 3, and 4, just to get this guy in. On our next turn, we attack. So retreat him, bring out Kyogre. Aqua Storm. We do 150 damage. So, what we want to look for is one, who can we knock out, and who poses the most threat. Which, honestly, there isn't too much. So we'll probably just take out these guys. We draw 2 prize cards. And yes, we are confused. The workaround on that is obviously to switch. We'll do Aqua Storm again. 150. So we'll take these guys out. I was hoping to get some Volcarona out to really be able to show you what the strength of this deck is. The one downside now is I can't really switch without discarding all the energy. And if I do, all I do is knock out the one Pokemon anyways. So we will just take a chance. Took 30 damage. Big deal. And now there's 2 Pokemon out. Does 130. So let's retreat, bring this Kyogre out. Oh, we did get another switch I didn't see, but Aqua Storm. And this is why Roseanne's backup is in this deck. Because now we can shuffle him back in to the deck. Draw him. So we'll use Roseanne's backup. I don't have any tools, but I do have an energy. Nothing we really need to put in there. In fact, it does weaken Volcarona a little bit, but we'll throw a water energy in, put Volcarona out, just so you can see what the power of Volcarona is. Retreat him. Do Surging Flames. Let's look how many energy we have in here. 17, 18. And you got weakness. We just did 740 damage. And all those energies are now back in the deck for us to utilize. So that's the power of Volcarona and Kyogre. It's a great deck. I've got a few variations I am working on, but let's try a little stronger versus battle. As you can see here, I've got a lot of different decks. There it is. And we're going to do videos on pretty much all of them here. And I've got a lot of other decks I'm working on. So that way I can show some different videos. Try and show you some different cool decks you can build. And for the most part, none of the decks I'm doing are the top meta decks. I want to show you the decks that everyone can get. Do we want to go first? We'll say no. Because I like to be able to actually use my attack and my abilities right away. And we'll see what kind of deck they have too. Alright. So we only took one mulligan total. Cryogonal goes out, Volcarona goes out, and we'll use the Ultra Ball to get a Kyogre. So not too bad of a hand to start with. Especially if they've got Minchino. Now, that could mean a lot of different things, because it's used in a lot of decks. Ultra Ball. We'll discard one of each energy there, and we'll pull out Kyogre. Put Kyogre on our bench. Element Chain 3. That powers up Kyogre. And then we've got our one fire energy down below we need for Volcarona. We'll use his attack. Now if I can, I like to also put on the 3 energy, just because then he has more than just one attack. He can do more than just Searching Flames, where he can power up, do 160 at least one time. Yes, you discard the 2 energies, so no big deal there. Path to the Peak. None of my Pokemons have abilities. None of my Pokemon already have abilities, so this does not affect me. But we do want to take out the Zoroark before it has a chance to use its ability, which we will be able to do hopefully next turn here. And the weakness to this deck is Manaphy. So Manaphy makes it so you can't damage the bench. Thus, Kyogre is worthless. I would have bought an order up. That Manaphy used Surf and took it out. Or damage him. Sadly, we didn't get to do that because this guy was a coward and ran away. So that's my Kyogre video. I'm going to do another video on kind of a improvement to the deck I'm thinking of and working on, adding in Blissey. And you'll get to see kind of why that is important or useful in the next video. So please like, subscribe, and share. It really helps me out. The sooner I can gain the subscribers and the watch time that I need to monetize this account, the more content I can really start to show you by building better decks, bigger decks, that kind of stuff. So we'll see you next time.